Hey guys, Shamar B here. Um, so I know I'm live over here on TikTok, right? But you guys right here who is watching this, you guys are watching it from YouTube. All right. Now, as you guys know, on the YouTube channel, we have a bunch of different segments, right? And I know that YouTube call it playlist, but I call it segments, right? So we have the Christ Talk segment, and we have the mindset story segments, right? However, though, today I'm starting a new segment. Now, the title of this segment is called "Is She the One?" Now, I want all the men to lock in, especially you guys on TikTok. If you're a man here, I want you to send this live to your friends. You get what I'm saying, right? And obviously, you guys watching here right now, pause the video. So I guess before I get into it, let me give some ground rules. The first thing I want you guys to do is, obviously, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You guys are on TikTok. If you guys are not following me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, because we're gonna be doing a lot more of these talks. And obviously, in order for you to be able to, learn something, it would be best for you to come here. You get what I'm saying? So you could come and learn. All right. But yeah. So again, is she the one? The girl that you're dating right now, the girl that you're thinking about dating, maybe the girl that you're looking to marry, is she the one? Now again, that's the I guess you could say that's the overarching topic, but the subtopic, like you saw, is get money. All right. Now, since this is my first TikTok live, right, I might not cover too much tonight. You get what I'm saying? However, though, I am gonna cover a few things with you guys. All right. So let's get into it. Now, again, is she the one? Is she the one? And I want to emphasize this because, again, the girl that you're dating right now, the girl that you're looking to date, the girl that you're looking to marry. And again, I'm using that language because I know we're in a boyfriend and girlfriend culture, but for me, I'm not gonna say I'm way past that, but I'm not in that world anymore. I want to be a husband, and I want to have a wife. You get what I'm saying? So that's the language I'm using because that's the language I'm promoting, if that makes sense. But anyways, let's get into it. So again, the ground rules one more time. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're not following me on TikTok, follow me. Pause the YouTube video if you're on YouTube and send it to 10 guys. Because again, what I'm going to cover tonight, they're going to need to hear it. They're going to need to hear it. So you're going to send it to 10 guys that you know. The third thing you're going to do is that you're going to like the video. It just makes sense. Just like the video. Same thing on TikTok. Like the video. All right? Like the video. All right? Boom. Instagram, not Instagram, YouTube, like the video. And just either in the conversation or at the ending of the conversation, just leave a comment, a thumbs up, a heart, whatever, just so I know that you are here. All right? So let's get into it. So again, the overarching topic, is she the one? The sub topic, I guess you could say, get money. All right? So let's get into it. Now, I want to kickstart with a story. Now, this is something that happened to me. It happened to me a few years back, but it had happened to me like a few months ago. And I was a little bit surprised when it had happened to me because as you guys know, I'm not from America. I'm from Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? So when certain things happen to me, it's like a culture shock in a sense. So basically, I had reached out to this young lady on Instagram, and just a disclaimer: whenever I reach out to anybody on Instagram, especially women, I never come at them with the intent to be with them, but they always assume that. And it took me a while to realize the reason why most women assume that is because a good amount of guys are doing it. A good amount of guys are coming on these social media and like hunting them down. You get what I'm saying? So as a mean to protect themselves, they're like, you know what? I don't wanna, I want to protect myself. And I'm like, not, but it's not everybody wants to do that though. But for myself, let me talk about myself. That's not my intention. You get what I'm saying? My intention is never to try to get with anybody. It's more like either they posted a video that I like, or either they, you Either they post a video that I like or something impressed me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, let me just reach out to this person and have a conversation. Either I'm gonna talk to them about my products, my business, or whatever. It's always around that. You get what I'm saying? Or it's just to build a connection. But they always assume that I'm trying to get with them. And it took me a little while to understand it, because like I said, it was like a culture shock. Because in Jamaica, it happened, but it doesn't happen like how it happens here. You get what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Now, the young lady, so I guess just to get to the point, the young lady is like, I said, hey, how you doing? And I think she sent me her Cash App. No, again, it happened to me like a couple years back, and I didn't quite get it. I'm like, why you send me a Cash App? And I forgot exactly what happened, but it was later on I came across one of the red pill guys. I'm sure you guys know the red pill guys, right? That come online and put on woman, and these guys are bad news. But again, that's a totally different ball game. But again, so yeah, so I heard in the video the guy explained what that is, and I'm like, oh. So when this person did this to me a few months ago, I was like, you want me to pay you to talk to me? And I'm like, no, I could be like I could be very sarcastic in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to stuff like that. So in my mind, first, before I open my mouth, I'm like, wait, you're not Rihanna, you're not Beyonce, you're not, Taylor Swift or whatever her name is. Now, granted, if you remember that thing that Chris Brown did where he charged these girls $1,000 to take a picture with him. No, granted, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna pay $1,000 just to take a picture. No, I'm gonna pay $1,000 for you to give me some advice, for you to give me some tips, and for you to teach me something. You get what I'm saying? But again, that's what these guys did. You get what I'm saying? And they did what they did. But for me personally, I'm like, all right, why am I paying you to talk? Why should I pay you to talk to me? That doesn't make any sense to me. But what I've realized is that you have men out there who are doing that. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, are you that desperate? Or are you that like hungry? That thing. That boy needs some milk. Are you that like dire to willing to pay a woman to have a conversation with you? For me personally, I know red flag, green flag. That's a red flag for me. So even if I was interested, was interested in that, done, nip it, done. You get what I'm saying? Done. Now, just to come full circle back to the point now, get money. Now, the mindset behind that subtitle, you get what I'm saying? Because like I said, the overarching title is Issue the One, right? But again, before we even get to Issue the One, let's talk about the man first. Let's talk about us guys first, right? Now, one of the biggest thing that I notice these days is that, no, I'm not saying, because that's the next thing into where, the guy has to do this, the guy has to do that. And yes, I believe in some instances, there's certain things that men have to do. And I'm a strong believer in, hey, if you're with a woman, especially if you guys are married, you're supposed to, like, finance is something that you're supposed to, you should take care of her in that sense. I am a strong believer of that. I don't know if it's an old school thing or what, but I just feel like men are supposed to do that, right? Now, I know we live in a time where, women, there's some jobs where women make a lot more money than men, and, if that's what it is, that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? If that's what it is, that's what it is. But the thing about it is that as men, we still have to have that desire. We still have to have that pride to say, yo, I want to be able to provide for my woman. I want to be able to take care of my woman. Now, I'm not going to cover too much when it comes on to it, because like I said, I just came on here to just have a quick conversation with the guys, right? But I am going to share a few, like a few nuances or a few things that you should definitely pay attention to. You get what I'm saying? Because again, you're looking to see if she's the one. But again, before we can find out if she's the one, we have to like set herself up. No, I'm not saying, hey, no, if you can be rich by tomorrow, go for it. If you can be rich by next week, go for it. But one thing I realize certain men who, and again, some men might argue my point, but I feel like you have two kind of men out there. The first kind of man is that when they become rich, or if they become wealthy and they don't have a partner, you know, they're not really marrying you. They're not gonna marry you for love per se. Some men might get lucky, but it's gonna make your chances harder. And same thing for women, because I know this Jamaican artist. I forgot what her name is. I just learned about her recently, and it's a case where she was yeah, what was she saying? She was saying something about like marry broke, you know, because she's a Jamaican artist. So she said marry broke, and basically what that means is that marry when you don't have any money, because when you marry when you don't have any money, you can build together. You get what I'm saying? Which is good. Because like I said, if you make it, either that's why most of these entertainers marry each other, because you know they can't really marry somebody who's broke, because they might marry somebody who's broke, and the person that they marry might take their money, and they don't want that. So they typically marry somebody who's in the same industry, because again, it just makes sense. You get what I'm saying? It just makes sense. Now again, how is that related to you? So let me come back to the point, because I realize I'm all over the place. So let me come back to the point. Now again, as men, we need to make money. As men, we need to make bread. We need to make bread. We need to make bread. I'm going to emphasize the point. As men, we need to make money. We need bread. We need money. We need moolah. Why? Because money runs the world. You get what I'm saying? And if you're looking to court a woman, if you're looking to marry a woman, if you're looking to start a family, you're going to need money. And I saw this video yesterday. Now obviously I knew of it, but when I saw the video, it gave me some perspective. The guy was saying that it's obviously it's a Jewish guy, right? Now obviously, you know, that's a totally different ballgame, but I guess I'll talk about it a later time. But Jewish guy, so he was saying that, and it hit home for me, because at a stage in my life, I felt what he was talking about. So he was saying that when you're single, I'm trying to remember exactly how he put it, but he was saying that like you're free to not do nothing. You're free to not do nothing. Like you're free to not do nothing. Like you're free to just relax and just sleep in. You don't have any drive. You don't have any push. But when you're married now, when you're married, bro, like when you're married. No, again, I'm not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend. And again, I know people, that's what people, but again, my language is husband and wife. That's my language. You get what I'm saying? That's my language, husband and wife. When you're married, you got a wife depending on you. Forget if you bring kids in the mix. You got kids depending on you. You get what I'm saying? So it only makes sense that you can't make excuses. Because when you're single, no, you just, okay, do I grind? Do I work overtime today or not? Do I get some extra hours or not? Do I make more money or not? But when you have a family, it's like, yo, I have to make this bread. And the thing that I notice, now I know I notice some men, you know, they complain about that responsibility. But I know men who, what's the word, thrive in that responsibility. Now, my goal is to challenge you guys, is to have that mindset of the thrive, because it's a good thing. Men do well when we have responsibility. Men do well when we have responsibility. Like when we have responsibility, when we have people depending on us, we do a lot well compared to when we're just rocking it out. You get what I'm saying? So again, if you're rocking it out today, great. But remember, you said you want this young lady. You want to marry her. You want to start a family with her. You want to do all these amazing things with her. Great. You're going to need bread. You're going to need to increase your value. And again, I'll share a few things. I'll just share a few things, because January, I'm launching this men club for men. You get what I'm saying? Right? Because I realize that, you know, women are made for community. Like women they do well with community. But I realize that there's not too much community for men. I might make a one for women, but I might get a lady to run that one. But for me, I'm making one for the guys. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like men need community. You get what I'm saying? Men need brotherhood. Men need place to be able to rub shoulder with and, you get what I'm saying, grow together, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? But again, I'll talk some more about that at the end of the video. All right, so just remind me in the comment section. All right, remind me. Hey, Shamar, talk about the men's group chat. But anyways, so yeah. So again, as I was saying, oh my word, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So again, if you want to have a family, making money is a must. Now, I saw this thing a few months back. It was saying that if you want a regular life, and again, just a regular life, just a regular smegular life. Me personally, I don't want a regular life. You get what I'm saying? So my goal when it comes on to annual income is pretty high. I might tell you guys about it in the men's club. You get what I'm saying? Right, in the men's community. I might tell you about it then. But if you want to live a regular life, I saw a few months ago it said 60K, and 60K a year would basically, you know, your wife could be home. You could raise, I don't know how much kids you could raise on that money, but you know, you could raise some kids. Your wife could be home. She could have that choice to be home and all that good stuff, right? But the thing about it is that I saw this video today. And the video today said that it's not 60K anymore. It's 100,000. It's 100,000 and change to be able to live regular. Now again, I know the average American, especially man, because again, you know, we're talking to the man. The average men probably make 30, probably make 40K a year, probably more, give or take. But there's nothing wrong with making more, because as you guys know, I'm sure you guys know this, there's a lot of money to be made in America. There is so much opportunities. There's so much things out there that we could do as men to increase our income. You get what I'm saying? Right? And again, you could do your 9 to 5, and that's my recommendation. Like I said, when it comes on to the men's community that I'm building, it's called Jesus Seed. So look out for it. It's called Jesus Seed. All right? So it's a case where we're gonna, based off how much money you make, we're gonna come up with some plans and some, you know, I guess you could say like a game plan of how you could, you know, either double that or increase that. You get what I'm saying? Or start something on the side to be able to make some money. You get what I'm saying? But again, the point of the matter is you need to make money. You need to make money. You need to make money. And again, you don't have to be rich, because like I said, if you're rich, you get what I'm saying, and you know, you might come across women who are like the woman that I told you about. They're just into you for your money. And again, bro, you don't want that kind of woman, because I think I was watching this Naruto episode. I don't know if you guys watch Naruto, but I was watching this Naruto episode where this rich kid, and he had all this money, right? And you know, he was just showing the money around. It was like one of those filler episodes. I don't know why I even ended up watching it, but I'm like, I was bored, so I'm like, let me just watch it. So I watched the filler episode, and he had all this money, and he was, you know, obviously, you know, he wanted to do jutsus, and then he used the money as his jutsu, like money jutsu. I'm like, yo, this guy is wild. So money jutsu, right? So he did the money jutsu, and it's a case where Naruto's looking at him like, what's wrong with this kid? But what happened was that the money was finished. He gave out all the money, he wasted all the money, and the bad guys who wanted to kidnap him collect the money, and they used the money to turn his bodyguards against him. Now again, what's the point? The point I'm making is that, you know, if you go about it that way, you know, you might find yourself in a similar situation like that. It's not too far-fetched. I know that Shamar, that's anime, you know, but it's not too far-fetched. You get what I'm saying? Where people marry you, and so let me use a real one. Let me use a real one. So I'm sure you guys know what's the name of that football player? Akeem. His name is Akeem. I think he plays for not Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain. I think he plays for. And I heard a bunch of other players that did what he did, but he's the recent one I heard. So basically what my boy did was that he put all his assets in his mom's name. And the thing was so messed up. As soon as either he was planning to get married. They weren't married yet, but they were together for like a year or something. And the government is interesting. They're like, yo, once you're together with somebody for a period of time, you could take stuff from them. Like you could take money or take whatever from them, which is messed up in my which is kind of messed up in my opinion. But it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So this girl proceeded to, hey, I've been in with him for like a year. I need some of his money. Come to find out, bro has $0. And just because bro had $0, now mind you, this is a football player that makes millions of dollars. But again, he did a loophole where he put everything in his mom's name. So when she proceeded to sue him or whatever, it's like there's nothing there. And she was mad. So she ended up had to pay him. So again, those are rare cases, but it can happen. But what I am saying is that get your money up. Get your money right. I saw this Instagram guy. He's always ripping us guys up, man. Like he always ripping us up. And he posted this video, and it was a challenge to me. Like it didn't challenge me too much because I have pride, I have a good self-image, I'm confident in my ability. But he was just saying that, yo, if you're not making a certain amount of money a month, bro, like don't date. I'm like, damn, bro, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But it's a case where some men would look at that and get depressed, but some men would look at that and get motivated. Like, yo, okay, all right, say less. If I make this amount of money, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. Yeah, I could date. So again, that's why I would want you guys to look at it as men. Like, hey, let's make some money so you can take these girls on dates. So you could, because so say for instance, I guess this is when I just to straight off the point a little bit. Say for instance, no, your wife comes to you and say, yo, babe, you know what? I want you to, I see this car, I see this bag I like, and you just whip out the card, you just give her the card. Or heck, she already has her own card that, that's connected to you, to the account, the family account or whatever. And she buys whatever she needs. Doesn't that, as men, doesn't that make you feel good to know that, like your woman is taken care of because of your effort? I don't know. I feel good whenever I'm in those moments. You get what I'm saying? Where, hey babe, I like this, or hey babe, I want this, or hey babe, I was thinking about doing. I'm like, yo, you know what? Say less. I got you, girl. I got you. Here, boom. Here you go. Right? But I don't know. I don't know if a lot of men feel that way anymore. I don't know, but I feel I like that. I like that feeling. Like I get a high from it. Like I feel like big dog. I don't know. I feel like big dog. I feel pretty confident when I'm able to do that as a man. So again, guys, make some money, right? Again, do your 9 to 5, whatever your 9 to 5 job is, do your 9 to 5, but get something on the side. There's so much stuff. You have Grubhub, DoorDash, you have so much stuff. You have so much stuff, and obviously depends on where you are in the country, but there is so much ways that you can make money. The excuses of like, I don't have money, that doesn't work, especially if you're here in America. Now, if you're here anywhere else, in the Caribbean or whatever, you might get away. But if you're here in America, bro, like, and you're like, I don't got no money, like, nah, bro, that's just an excuse. That's just a cop out. Because there's so much opportunities. There's so much opportunities to make money here in America. I know some people might say America is this, America is that, but I love America. I love the country. I'm happy I came because a lot of doors open for me because of this country. You get what I'm saying? And just by doing research, just by doing a lot of stuff, I realized that yeah, you can make bread. Like you can make a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes I see some people do some not stupid, but some simple business, some simple side hustle, and they're making thousands of dollars. So I'm like, okay, if this person can do it, I can do it. But again, this would go back to one of my next point, where you have to believe that though, because I know that I don't know about women that much, but I know sometimes men we lack the confidence, we lack the belief, we lack the confidence, and we lack the belief. But in my opinion, we have what it takes. Like, we have what it takes. We have the resources. We're built for it. Like, we're built for the grind. We're built for the hustle. Like, we're built for that. Like, God made us that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, he made us, like, he made us where, like, we can handle anything. We can handle stress. Because, as you guys know, yeah, men can handle more stress than women. Now, women, they can handle a little bit more pain than us. You get what I'm saying? They can handle a bit more pain. But men, we can handle, in my opinion, I didn't check the facts. But you could check the facts on your own time. But I feel like men can handle a lot more stress than women. You get what I'm saying? Right? So, with that being said, we have what it takes. But what you could start off with, so say for instance, now if you're starting from ground zero, like, okay, Shamar, what you're saying kind of makes sense, and I'm looking to make more money. Okay, great. The first thing I would recommend is definitely work on your mindset. That's the first thing. Your mindset and your attitude. You get what I'm saying? Because if your mindset is that, okay, there's no other way to make money, you're gonna have to work on that. And if your attitude is like, yo, I can't do it, or I don't have what it takes, not gonna work. You're gonna have to work on those two things. And I would say I always been a positive person or an upbeat person, but I was a little bit pessimistic. You get what I'm saying? Where I didn't have too much faith in myself. I've gotten a lot better because of books, and because of, obviously, I have good people around me to speak into my life. You get what I'm saying? Now the goal is to be able to help you to be able to create that. And like I said, we're working on the men's group chat where you could come and learn and have a community to run with and learn from. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end. All right? So again, books. You need to read some books. Now, when it comes down to the men's group chat and the men's community, we're going to have a whole list of books that we're going to be recommending. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you guys a taste tonight. I'm going to give you guys a small taste, right? Now, one of the best ones I would recommend is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, again, the guy doesn't pay me to promote his book, so please, just Rich Dad Poor Dad, all right? I won't promote it too much. But I was told to read this book when I was 19. But at the time, I wasn't really much of a... I was more like I was saying, go with the flow. Like, go with the flow. The wind blow, let me go right there. The wind blow, let me go right there. That was my perspective. I wasn't like the hustler that I am right now. Because I'm hungry, right? Like, right now, I'm hungry. Like, I'm hungry for opportunity. I'm hungry for growth. I'm hungry to be able to level up in life. You get what I'm saying? Because I think it was 2 weeks ago, me and one of my boys, we went to a dealership, and went to go check out some cars and stuff like that. And the person said the car is about 22,000. Now, and that's when I realized that all the books that I'm reading, and all the positive self-thought that I'm putting in, it's really soaking in. Because when the young lady told me that, I'm like, yo, 22,000. Yo, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. And yo, I need that kind of money. I need that kind of... That's the kind of money that I need to have in my back. That's the kind of money I need to have. Because when she said that, I felt like I should have whipped out my wallet and, give her the money right then and there. Because I felt like that's the kind of money I'm supposed to be making. Where I could just go in a dealership and just pay the money. You get what I'm saying? Just go in there, just pay the money. Because, again, I have the bread. I have the money. You get what I'm saying? Right? Now, again, if you're not at that level, you could build it up. You could build it up. But again, before we talk about, is she the one and not... No, we need to get you first. Now, again, in the men's community, we have a syllabus of the key things that you would need to work on first. You get what I'm saying? But obviously, finance is one of the major ones. Finance is one of the major ones that I think I said it's one of the major reasons why people fall out of love. You get what I'm saying? Right? Obviously, I know emotional intelligence is up there, where your woman is looking for somebody who can who can have her back, basically. Right, that's up there because I've heard stories, and I'm sure you guys have heard stories where the couple, they were good, but the money, something happened with the money, and that no, it's not something. They were making good money. The money was good, but they weren't connecting, and they broke up. But again, they had money, so why did they break up? Doesn't make any sense to me. It makes sense to me, but it doesn't make any sense but it shows that they didn't have the connection. They didn't have that. Either the man didn't have that emotional intelligence that the young lady needed, or she wanted, or she was crazy. Because one of my good friends, he said that, Shamar, there's two things when it comes down to relationship. Either you're married a crazy woman, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man. Like, whenever you have issues in your relationship, it's two reasons. Either you're married a crazy woman, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. Now again, guys, this money part that we're talking about, this is very important. It's very important. Very important. Very important. Very important. All right? So again, I'm done. All right? Like I said, this is the first episode of this segment. We have a lot more. We have a lot more coming up. So again, if you're not following us on TikTok, follow us on TikTok. Let me look over here, because this is where the camera is at. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, right? Send this video to 10 friends that you have. Like the video. You get what I'm saying? Leave a comment so I know that you were here. All right? Over here on YouTube, right? You guys are probably gonna watch it on the back end, right? Because this is a recording for you guys, right? Yeah. Pause the video. Like it. Send it to 10 friends, right? Come back, come finish watching the video, right? If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Because like I said, this is the first of the many videos that we have coming up. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, the men's community, Jesus Seed, is gonna be launched in January. Obviously, we'll keep promoting the dates and all that good stuff, so you could get as much information about it. But just be on the lookout for it. All right, guys. Yeah, I told you guys about the book. I told you guys about getting the money up, because again, we need bread. We need bread. Money runs the world. I don't care what you say. Money runs the world. But anyways, guys, Shamar B here, podcast host, dating coach, business expert, right? I have a wide background, you get what I'm saying? But let's connect. I'm gonna put my information below so you guys can follow me on all the social medias, and you could check out some of my other content. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And again, be on the lookout for the next episode. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is, because I don't wanna spoil it for you guys. But make sure you're back for the next episode, or the next segment, or the next episode in the segment. But anyways, guys, Shamar B here, signing off.